yourself a gun. Your mama always said you'd be.
Hi there, my name is Dr. Ray Lopez, and I will be conducting the online course for Sensation and Perception this spring 2017. This is Psychology 3153. And what I'd like to do now is to go through the syllabus for the class, as well as all of the online tools that you're going to need to be using during this course. So let's get started. So here's the syllabus, and it has my name and my picture and my email address, which is the best way to get a hold of me. I do have office hours this semester. If you need to see me, the office hours are Tuesday evenings from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And there is a phone number there if you want to text me and leave me any messages. Just to let you know, if any changes need to be made to the syllabus, I'll let y'all know. But I don't think that'll happen, but you never know. So the objectives for this course is to cover the field of sensation and perception. We're going to do a survey of the entire field of sensation perception, including all of the major senses of the body: hearing, vision, touch, smell, and the kinesthetic senses. We're going to go through all of those. In order to take this class, you have to have completed experimental psychology 3403 with a grade of C or better. This course is going to utilize Blackboard. So the first thing you need to do, obviously, if you've seen this video, you're in Blackboard, so you know how to get in. But all of the exams and materials will be linked through Blackboard. As I said, I do have office hours, so if you need to take advantage of those, feel free to do so. The hours are, again, at the top of the syllabus there. Now, the textbook is essential. You have to have the textbook. The textbook is the Goldstein and Brockmole Sensation and Perception 10th edition. So be sure to get that. Now, when you buy the textbook, you have the option of buying an access key to Cengage Mind Tap. I do not require you to use that. You do not have to use Cengage Mind Tap. I think it's like $95, so it's a lot of money. The tools that are in Cengage are pretty useful. So if you've already bought it or you're gonna buy it, and you want to have access to as many different learning tools as possible, go ahead and get it. But I'm not requiring it, so don't waste your money. Just so you know, the Cengage Mind Tap does include an electronic copy of the textbook with it, so you could just get Mind Tap and use the electronic version of the textbook that's there. So it's up to you. But I would strongly recommend that you at least get the textbook. The lectures are in video format, and they're going to be on YouTube. So all of the lectures are on YouTube. I have a link there in the syllabus for you to get to my YouTube channel, where I have all the lectures posted. There's also going to be a link inside of Blackboard that has a link to each one of the playlists for each chapter. The lectures are pretty long, actually. So each chapter is covered by 5 to 7 video lectures. So what I did was I broke down each one of the chapter lectures into anywhere from 10 to 20 minute videos. So you don't have to sit and watch the whole video all at once. You can watch videos 10 to 20 minutes at a time. And since it's on YouTube, you can watch it on your electronic device, on your phone, your tablet, whatever device you happen to have access to. Let's see. So there will be there will be discussion forums available in the Blackboard site so that you can ask questions. So please utilize those if you can. If you need to ask questions about the content. All of the exams for the course are going to be given online in Blackboard. So there's no need for this particular class to visit the UTSA campus. Everything's going to be through Blackboard. The exams will all consist of 65 multiple choice questions. Each exam is going to cover 3 chapters. So since we have 15 chapters in this textbook, that means you're going to have 5 exams total, each one covering 3 chapters, 65 questions apiece. I've had to lock down these exams pretty hard, mainly because I don't know what you guys are doing, right? I mean, you can take the you take the exams at your house or in front of a computer somewhere, and it's super easy to cheat, basically. And there's nothing I can do about it. So they're kind of locked down in that, first of all, you can only attempt each exam one time. So basically what's going to happen is you're going to start the exam, and it's going to have a timer where you have 90 minutes to complete the 65 item exam. And you have to get done with the exam inside of that 90 minutes. If you don't, as soon as 90 minutes expires, the exam will shut down, and whatever you've answered, that's what you're going to be graded on, and you'll miss the questions that you didn't answer if you didn't answer any. So it's pretty locked down. You're only going to see one question at a time, and you can't go back and change the answer to a question. So, and again, the reason I did this is because basically just to try to make it as fair as possible, because with online courses it's all too easy to cheat. So I've tried to do what I can, which isn't much, but and the other thing too that I forgot to mention is the lectures. I can't keep track of who watches what lecture. I mean, they're there for you. I spent a lot of time making those lectures, and they are there because you're paying the same amount of money for this class as you would for a face-to-face class. So, you're paying for an experience of having an expert, a professor, teach you something. And it would have been easy for me to just, toss the textbook out there and toss a few exams out there into Blackboard and just say, go for it, and, ask me questions when you're ready if you want. But that's kind of cheating you, I think. So there are lectures, and just like a real face-to-face lecture, you don't have to watch them, but they are very helpful, I think, because sensation and perception is a very complex topic, and I do work pretty hard to explain some of the more difficult concepts throughout the chapters. So the lectures are there in YouTube. You can link them through Blackboard. And of course the exams are all going to be in Blackboard. You're going to be graded on the 5 exams, and that's it. So these 5 exams are going to constitute the entire grade, which of course means each 65 question multiple choice exam is going to be worth 20% of your grade. So at any time you'll be able to check your grade by computing your grade, by looking at the results in Blackboard and figuring out what your grade is. There's a section here on academic dishonesty, but I said earlier there's not a lot I can do about it, really, for an online class. You're going to do what you're going to do. So all I can ask is, I would hope that all of you are, try to put as much effort into this as possible, and to take it seriously, and to just be honest people when you're taking these tests. Let's see. Dropping the course on page 3 of the syllabus. Be sure to check the calendar on ASAP to see when the deadline is to drop the course, because once that deadline passes, we can't drop you. You'll get whatever grade you get. If you go to page 4, the last page of the syllabus, there is a little calendar there that tells you when each of the exams is due and what they cover. So real quickly, exam 1, the first one, is going to be due on the 28th of January. So that's coming up in a couple weeks. That covers chapters 1, 2, 3. The second exam, exam 2, covers chapters 4, 5, and 6, and that is going to be due on 18 February. Exam 3, which covers chapters 7, 8, and 9 only, will be due right before spring break on the 11th of March. Exam 4 covers chapters 10, 11, and 12, and that one's due on the 8th of April. And then finally, the last exam is exam 5, and that covers chapters 13, 14, and 15 only. And that will be due on the 6th of May. Now, these days are all Saturdays. They're all Saturday night. All of the exams are going to be on Saturday night at 11:59 p.m. So right at the end of the day on Saturday. So I hope that gives you some time to to work on these exams and to get them done. So all of those dates, the 28th of January, 18 February, 11 March, 8 April, and 6 May, those are all Saturdays. And the exams will be due on each one of those days at 11:59 p.m. So right at midnight. There are some important websites there listed. The Blackboard site, the YouTube channel, ASAP, Blue Book, etc., etc. Now what I'd like to do is to go ahead and show you Blackboard real quick so you'll know where to go. The view that you see here is, let me make this a little bigger here. There we go. So the view that you see here is kind of what you see when you go into Blackboard. It's not exact. It's my student preview view, so I'm not exactly sure what you're going to see, but it's close to this. And over here on the left-hand side, you'll notice there is a menu of different choices, and the one you want to go to get started here is the content menu. You click on content, and you will see all of the different bits of content that you have access to. First is the syllabus, which is we just finished going over it. You can get a copy of the syllabus by clicking on this link. The calendar, if you click on this link and go to calendar, it'll take you to the calendar that contains all of the events for your particular that your professors have put into your Blackboard. So in this case, the calendar will have, or should have anyway, all of the due dates for the for your exams. Now it doesn't show up here on my calendar because I'm not a student, but but it will show up on yours. You'll see a little red mark here or something that says when each exam is due. So you can always go to the calendar here and look to see when the exams are due. If you click on this link here, the lecture videos and lecture slides, it will actually take you to another website that looks like this. That has the YouTube playlists along with the a link to the lecture slides, the PDF file for the lecture slides. So for chapter 1, for example, if you click on the YouTube playlist link, you will go to the all of the YouTube videos for chapter 1 that I've created. Now, a couple of things I need to tell you about these videos. When I first made these videos, I had never made lecture videos before. It was the first time. It was the first time I ever did it. So the first three chapters, chapter 1, 2, and 3, are really bad. they're, they're really bad videos because I didn't know what I was doing, and I was trying to figure out, how to put things, and it was just really tough. So, I mean, you can hear me and you can see me, and everything, it works. But for the first three chapters, you definitely need to have the lecture slides with you in front of you, right? So have that. But once with chapter 3, I think it was, is when I finally figured out what I was doing. I actually bought some software to help me put videos together. So from chapter 3 on, the videos are much better. So for chapters 1 through 3, don't think that all of the whole semester is going to be like those videos, because it's not. It's only the first 3 that are really shitty, but the rest of them aren't bad. And then of course, if you click on lecture slides, you'll pull up the PDF file for each one of the chapters. So you have the slides there for you in case you need those. There's a link here to Cengage MindTap. So if you click on that link, it'll take you to the MindTap login, and if you've purchased an access key, you can enter that, or you can just click on this link and you can actually pay online if you want to. So they have different options for you to pay. And then you can just use those tools. They have a lot of tools there. They have flashcards and glossaries and exercises that help to reinforce the material. I recommend it. It does help, but I'm not going to require it just because it costs a lot of money. But there's the link to get to MindTap. And then finally, the last link on the content page, if you remember, we went to the content page here. The last link on the content page is exams. If you click on that folder, you will see the actual exams. Now, this is where you go to start taking the exams. You would start with exam 1 and go all the way to exam 5. Once again, each one of these exams is 65 items. You have 90 minutes to complete it. During that time, you cannot go back to questions or change your answers or anything. It's locked down pretty good. After the 90 minutes expires, the exam will shut down, and then you'll be graded on whatever you've done up to that point. The other thing, too, is that these exams are here now, so you can do them whenever you want, just as long as you get them done before each one of the deadlines that are in the course calendar. But the exams are here, 65 multiple choice items and they each cover three chapters. Of course, if you know your way around Blackboard, you can always see what grades you made. There's going to be a discussion forum here, which I forgot to make one real quick, but there will be one here before the start of the semester. But there will be a discussion forum there where you can go and ask questions about anything, how the course is going, whatever. You can please feel free to ask questions in that discussion forum. And of course, you can hit me up in email. And also, if you need to, you can come visit me in my office hours on Tuesday evenings. I think that's about it. So you've got all the content you need here. I will be available, of course. I'll be watching you and answering questions and holding office hours. So if you need anything, please feel free to ask. And I wish you the best of luck. I hope you all do really well, and I hope you learn something. And work hard. Take care.